How you doing, everybody? This is Stolas44. Welcome back to MC Eternal 2. At least this playthrough is my MC Eternal 2. I want to make sure that I preface this every time I start. The mod pack is not 100% completed. There are some updates that are still needing to be made. I updated the pack manually. Just by updating the mods that are inside, it did require a download of one library to make sure that the pack runs. Without further ado, let's get into it. Every single mod pack so far, I have shown you how to make precision controller without having to use a lot of mechanical arms and or with using all the deployers. Technically you could use the deployers and you could run gold sheets. I think it's 15. Yes, 3 of these, 5 times each you could just do a straight line of 15. And you could just do a pipe to just would go do out the other side. That would be a lot of resources that I don't feel like making, even though I could do it at this point. In this pack, you have to get brass. Brass is not easy to get. Brass is actually a little bit more of a pain than I thought because I lucked out and realized that you can make it in the smeltery. But in order to make it with Create, normally you have to use a mixer. Now, so this is my Create area now. Yeah, this is mine. This right here is an unfunctional because I was hoping, but it doesn't. This is just a lit blaze burner. Is not an actual burner. It's not one of these. I don't know how to stress that enough. If you look, there's copper and zinc in there. When I get an actual working blaze burner that can work, I will do that. But I don't have a spawner to get it from or it blazes anywhere, so I'll have to work on that. I can probably summon one at this point, and if I can, then I'm going to put it inside of my Drigny farm. But this is going to be my setup. Oh yeah, there's my wind turbine right there with a bearing, and that's just a shaft going down with the casings on it. This is my casing maker. Right now, it doesn't have that much on it. It's got some brass on it, so that it's got 4 brass ingots on it for right now. So it can basically just make brass casings for me. I have only 5 more andesite casings right now, and I've been stealing logs and replacing them as I go because I'm going to convert the whole place into a more of a Create themed place, right? I'm not sure about the banners, but I'm gonna leave them up because it's for right now. So anyway, I dropped it down, added some cogwheels, added a mixer that doesn't work, but it's set up so that it will when it's ready. I'll just have something set up where I can drop something in there, and it'll go into the mixer. It'll finish making it, and then it'll pop out the other side. Simple. Okay. Here's the hard one. So last pack I made this. I made it with pipes, Pipe Z, with filters. Since I don't have Pipe Z, I have integrated dynamics, and this is going to be complicated, so I hope you can follow along. Because it's going to work, it's just going to take a minute. I'm not fully done doing it, so I'm going to finish it up with you guys watching. So this is going to be integrated dynamics, making the precision machine. So integrated dynamics is all logistics, right? Everything logistics means moving something from one location to another. That's basically what it is. Now, it does a lot more, don't get me wrong. But for my purposes in this pack, integrated dynamics is just logistics, okay? So far. So what I'm going to do is I create a list variable card. I will take a card and go in here. I type in list. And then all you have to do is click the plus button. Put your item that you want it to make. I've already made one. Put your item that you want to make into, you want to move, that interact with, into the top slot, and then put your variable card in here. And it will create a card that is able to be edited later, since they updated integrated dynamics and made it so much better than it ever was, in my opinion, that you can create one of these right here for each step. And so I've already got a card in here, and it says to export gold sheets. So what I'll do is I'll have it say here with the interface like this. Oop, oop, well, up there like that. So it interfaces with this chest. Okay. So this chest inventory, if I put a gold sheet in there, it's going to export it to this depot. Now, in order to export or import from any device or any kind of storage system, you have to have an item interface. All right. So this is kind of a little complicated. So there's an item interface connected to this depot, and item interface connected to this depot, and one to this depot. Okay. That's why I left a little floor opening hole here. I couldn't really figure out in my head how to make it any less spacious. I guess I could run it all the cables underneath, wrap it around. I don't know. This looks okay to me. I'll see if the facades are working. In any case, it's going to pull the sheets out of here, put the sheet here. Then this side over here has a list of incomplete precision machines, and I'll keep adding each one that comes from this location as needed, right? So this one's going to pull the first. This right here, this deployer is going to pop the cog on it, and then this one's going to see that, and it's going to import it into the system, and then it's going to bring it around. Then I brought it around. I could alternate these, I guess. This one is going to then export that exact same one to this depot, wherefore the cog will pop it. Then this card here will import that new incomplete, right? And then this one will export that new incomplete. And then so on and so forth. Does that make sense? Nothing happens? Nothing happens. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, man, I messed up. Well, that's good. I'll show you the process. So we'll start with the sheet. I'll finish this one off later. I messed up. Anyway, here. So if I take a sheet and I go like this, I gotta tell it to import. No, there it goes. It did it. Okay, so now this one is waiting for that one down there, right? So it should be the same as this one, or same as this one was. I want this one now to import that one. So I'm going to tell it list, right? List, hit the little plus button. And this one, which is now waiting for the regular cogwheel, it says deploy next cogwheel. I'll add that. And it's going to import that one. There's probably a better way of doing this, but this is the way I figured out how to do it. So now this one is going to tell it to import this off of this depot. And then what I'm going to do now is take this list, which has the gold sheet on it, that is also going to be this list right here. You just add don't do anything else. Don't change this. Just go ahead and add it here. And then I'm going to add this one to it. So now this one should have the gold sheet and that one inside of it. So if this is here, it goes over there. Now it doesn't know what to do with it now, right? So we're going to tell it to import. So we're going to pull this list off, this item. Take this list, add it here. Now we're going to add this one. To here. And then now it's going to be exported on here. Add. So now from here, it should pull it off and stick it right there. And then we're going to repeat that process here. We're going to go ahead and say import. We're just going to add it to the list. Okay, import. And now it's going to export it here. Right. I got to make sure I do this correctly. What's it waiting on? Yeah, iron nugget. That's the last one. We're going to add it. Okay. I can hope you guys get the idea what's going on here. I'm just going to keep doing that until I complete it in full entire process. Add. You could, in theory, just duplicate the card, but let me tell you, if you do that and you mess up, it's over. You got to start all over. So now I want it to export it over here now. So we're just going to modify that variable. See, it retains each step. Fill plate. Don't worry, there's an empty space. It's not going to hurt anything. Like that. Every time I do a pack, I create a new way of doing this. This will be this could have been done on any of the other packs I played. All the mods 10 will work. On Craftori, it'll work. And on this one, anyone with integrated dynamics will work. Since integrated dynamics checks the MBT data, it makes sure that the item is exactly what it is and matches exactly what it is without fail. Should. Now, there is a failure chance on this, which I hate that, but that doesn't mean you should give up. You can just make it so that the integrated dynamics can pull off certain things. There's no empty slot on this one. All right, and then we're gonna import off of this one. I know this is probably boring for some of y'all, and you're like, I don't want to do it like that. That's fine. If you figured out a better way of doing it, that's great. You might be able to use another system. I thought it would be nice to see a different way of doing things. And yes, there is a failure chance. And if I screw up even once, it's going to screw up the whole thing. But as long as I'm careful, we should be all right. And I'm checking each time. See? Okay, that just means it ran out of the cogwheels. That's all that meant. Let me go grab some more cogwheels. I should have some more. I might have some more. Oh crap. There we go. Now, I'm going to use integrated dynamics to keep these full as well, but that's going to be a total different. That's another story. Okay, so now we're going to import here. And I'm just going to keep adding to the list until it's a complete system. Just working your way down the row each time should give you a complete precision machine piece. I mean, I got one more left. Okay. And I'm doing this slow so that I don't mess up. Not to be facetious or anything, you guys. Um, but yeah, we're gonna export here, right? Because the next one is gonna be the iron nugget. The next deploy iron nugget. Iron nugget. I really love this feature, if you can't tell, that you can add stuff to the lists now. Otherwise, you used to have to make them from the beginning. You had to make them from scratch. And that took a lot of work. And it's going to be really fast. Like, it's going to be limited by the speed of your deployers. And I will repeat this again. This time I'm going to use the empty. Well, there's no empty this time. Good. There we go. And if you look, it needs a regular cogwheel. There's always more than one way to skin a cat in modern Minecraft. And don't give up. Don't give up. I give up sometimes, but most of the time I don't give up unless I really can't come up with a solution. I'll go look for one. I'll look at YouTube. I'm not afraid of admitting I go to YouTube and look for help, or go to Reddit and look for help. So don't be embarrassed or anything like that. Don't be ashamed or whatever. And if this is too complicated for you, then let me know in the comments, and I will do my best to come up with another way of doing it. I really think there is another way of doing this in this pack. I just had, I ran out of large cogwheels. Let's go fill that back up before we continue on. If I have any more, I don't know if I have any more large ones. Yes, I do. Now, where's my wrench? There we go. All right. I don't want to move anything until I get done. So I want to pick that up. Add it to the list. You don't have to scroll over. You can just push the plus button and it'll add automatically to the list. If you go too fast, or if I go too fast, my brain will not remember this stuff and it'll mess up. So I have to do this step by step. And there you go. Precision machine. Now you're going to want to have an export location. I think I'm just going to go ahead and tell it to output these right on the opposite side here. And I need to export. Right. I could put it back in the chest. So I could have it go through and just go right back in the chest, but yeah, let's go to export. I don't think I'm pretty sure I don't have it. Let me go back to my base real quick. While I'm here, I'll show you guys. I did make essences for Ars Nouveau. They're all available. This one is probably going to get moved. Yeah, let's not hit the wrong button. Item export. What's that? Sue me, I was off by one exporter just because I didn't have one for finished. All right, and then this one, we just simply put a card in, and we're just going to say item. precision machine, and there. We might need to have an item interface on that one too, but let's check. And we're going to add to the list of import here. Don't add anything. I almost did it. I almost messed it up. There. And then I probably will have to have this item interface on there, but that should be it. There it is. So without further ado, let's make sure we got enough. 5. We need 5 on each. Okay, good. So check it out. Gold sheet. Just wait a second. Ta-da! Now, hopefully it doesn't fail. If it fails, we're going to have to figure out what the failure items are and tell it to import those failure items and then export them to a chest. As far as integrated dynamics go, that's about as basic as it can get for me. It ran out, don't worry. There it is. Precision machine mechanism. Now, if I'm right, this one says large cog. We just put this on the large cog and it should finish up the process, except for we need more small cogs. Do we have any more small cogs? Anywhere? I grabbed almost everything I had from over at the base. Oh, I am out. Crap. Let's go make some more small cogs. Wait, what does it need? I think it needs andesite. Do we have more? Oof. I'm gonna have to make more andesite alloy. I did swap out my armor. So you see that? I am now wearing all mage armor. It's not as good as the B armor in my opinion, but it is better as far as defense goes. And I would rather... Oh, it's just cog. It's not small cog. There we go. Oh, it's the shafts. I got plenty of the shafts. If not, I can make more. Use up some wood. There it goes. 3 is not enough. We need more. There we go. Give me more. Cool, we are definitely running out of materials. Hold on. I made a bunch of shafts and different items already. So, I guess I could make more like this. Alright. Go ahead and give it the small cogs that we're missing. There you go. Now this is extremely important in this pack because a lot of recipes are requiring this precision deal. I don't know why they chose that particular one, but they did. Now we have 4 of these things. All right, so now we can start making arms if you want. I mean, you have to make your first one to get the arm unless you go traveling around, which is, I did do a lot of travel, and in some of the places that you travel, you can actually collect up mechanical arms, you can get depots. A lot of this stuff I just pillaged from people's places, okay? That's where I got a lot of my create items. There's water wheels. The large water wheels, when I break them, I don't know if it would help if I used the wrench or not, but I used my Silk Touch pickaxe and they just evaporated in the thin air. But the small water wheels, they're still around. So I got a few of those. Collected up enough stuff to get this going. Especially this building gadget, which I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty lazy when it comes to building, and I don't like placing single blocks very often. So having a building gadget, which will be a thing I'm doing for sure, probably right away here. And then there's these new items called hyper tubes. I guess they're basically like you can walk into it and it'll like send you places. I don't know, that seems kind of cool. Or maybe it's even used for throwing items into it. Or you can put an item into it and it can shoot it across the long distance. I'm not too sure. I'll experiment with that a little bit. But now we can make redstone servos for thermal. Yeah, we couldn't make redstone servos for thermal without it. And that's a big deal. The next thing, though, is going to be making sturdy sheets. Now, sturdy sheets is going to require lava and obsidian dust. Now, obsidian dust isn't too much of a problem. You can get it from here. There's another obsidian dust as well. You can get obsidian dust, I think, from occultism, Ender.io, mechanism, and create. Yeah, the sag mill, which is a long ways away. Well, no, it's not that far. I could be making mechanism right now if I want, or Ender.io if I really wanted to. So there you go. That's the precision mechanism, which is going to also let us make airplanes that are actually decent to fly. We can make these advanced engines once we get these sturdy sheets as well. But I'm going to make the building gadget right now. I can't make the destruction gadget, which that's kind of stinks. I can't get netherite right now. I mean, I can get a maybe I can get an ingot of netherite from one of the pickaxes. I did get a pickaxe that was netherite. I broke it down inside the tinker stuff, and I got it the axe head back. But in order to melt it down, you've got to have extra hot lava or something, and I can't do that. So that's off the table. And the cut and paste gadget's not going to work. And the exchanger, which is one of my favorites to use for mining, is also not going to work. Mechanical visor upgrade. Oh, for pneumatic helmet. Okay. So the builder and the copy paste gadget are on the table to be made. Everyone makes this though so that they can make the rotation speed controller. If you look up, you'll see that I had to use some gear shifting. All I did was a very simple large gear to small gear to large gear to small gear, and then just drove a shaft all the way down. And then I have a large gear to small gear. That gives us plenty of rotational speed. I have the set of goggles already, so that's good to go. But yeah, that's it. How fast was that? That's not too bad. That's a half an hour to make a precision machine, or precision mechanism. I always get that wrong. But also, let's take a look at what else we can make with this thing. Oh, a basic engine. That's for immersive aircraft. Quadcopter. Cool. Yeah, I don't know about flying a quadcopter. My little gyrocopter, though, is kind of janky. That thing's slow as hell. So yeah, that's it. We're going to do the building gadget, though, and we're going to really start moving along with building my base up a little bit. It looks like it wants us to use, even for pneumatic craft, in order to make the empty PCB, which is required for anything almost for the pneumatic craft, along with plastic. You're going to have these precision mechanisms. So it's going to be a pretty big deal. I don't think you have to have, you don't have to use these crafters, the crafting system for that, but you do have to have brass casings and electron tubes to make a mechanical crafter, which is another thing that I will be doing. I'll probably be working on that a little bit off camera, just because it's not that difficult to do. But I need to have one so I can make crushing wheels, unless I find one when I'm flying around. Because the crushing wheel won't let you be made any other way than inside the mechanical crafter. And it requires 21 of these things, and that is a lot of stress units. But thankfully, we have ours that is connected to create. And so we were able to get a Starbuncle, which is, it's not awesome, right? But you can put a gold block in front of it and it'll run even faster, but it runs forever. It's kind of like a smaller, I mean, that's a huge, huge wind sail up there. It took a lot of wool and stuff to make that, but I got some water just in case. What's left? We're running out of everything. I've run out of funnels. I have one more deployer left in here. I have one water wheel. So I got some more sails. I have some rose quartz now. Rose quartz can be that rose quartz can be used with the deployer so that you can make it sanded down, but I broke my sandpaper, so there's no point in that. I love these little boxes that they created. Oh, yes, there's my large water wheels. So, yeah, even though it says small, if you keep adding them together, you can get it to where it's high. Does that make sense? The kinetic stress capacity on these says small, but water wheels can be joined together infinitely, as far as I know. I would put them all in one chunk if you can help it. And then I have another windmill bearing just so that I can make some more power that way as well. So let's go ahead and head back and let's craft the building device and is it copy paste? Yeah, and the copy paste. On my armor, I'll go ahead and mention this. I added heights 1, and I made another heights 1, which is just the threads. Okay, so I just added the threads that were here. I made threads for this set. This one has repairing 1, warding 1, magic capacity 1 to give me a little bit more source power, and then this, and then I enchanted them all. Now, wearing this all together gives me a lot more source on a regular basis, and the overall armor level is 20 for the full set. With that, though, you get a little boost to attack speed, not much because of my some of my items I have. And then, yeah, experience from fishing gets a bonus. And that's all from, like, your skills. Okay? This is the big one. 808.5. And it has a plus 605 max mana. I don't know what the heck that's from. But I'm assuming it's like a combination of these and the threads. Right? Because it doesn't list the threads. But I don't know. It's nice. Now this is for the mana for iron spells, I believe. But 42 health, I'm getting there. Protection's not very high. Let's see, we got a little bit of a speed boost. And that's the warding. That just prevents you from taking magic damage a little bit. It's really not that good. So we're not going to be able to do that one. So let's get the building gadget. This is going to take a long time. What are we missing? Zinc? Oop. Uh-oh. Yep. I knew I was going to have to make some more sandpaper anyway. I'm out of sandpaper. So I think if in this pack, if you wanted to, you could go machines the whole way. I'm not a super... Let's go ahead and make some more rose quartz while we're at it. We'll make some more. So in order to do this, all you have to do is place your sandpaper in your offhand, hold your rose quartz, and hold the right-click button. That's what I do. Until you get mechanism, once you get mechanism, you can use the enrichment chamber to make this. All right, so let's see if that's enough to make the building gadget. It uses Ad Astra plates as iron Ad Astra plates as replacements for the sheets for iron, but it does not use the brass sheets, and it doesn't use gold sheets. I think those both have to be made. Now you might be able to use the gold sheets. I didn't try using the gold sheet. We're going to go ahead and make all these into electron tubes. Now, let's see what else we're missing. Brass sheets. And you know what? I think I've got the brass sheets. They might be over here. No. I already used them. So let me show you. Actually, let's grab the brass. Ooh, never mind. Hold on. You might be able to enchant the sandpaper. I'm not 100% sure on that. Let's go ahead and put the integrated dynamics away. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. That was my biggest thing for the video, was to make sure I cleaned it. I had to clean the smeltery out because I had it full of stuff, and I made a whole bunch more rose gold. Don't you just love that? Yeah, so use the small plate cast. And then just melt down some brass. How's my lava level is running low, but we're doing good. Oh, we got plenty of lava in here. And then sheets. Now you can make the sheets with the press, obviously, and I probably will at some point make a press over for create. Hopefully that's an even number. It might not be. No. Oh well. I'll clean it out. Let's turn that off right now. This away. And now we can make the building gadget, right? There we go. Building gadget. Now the charging station that we can use, can we? No. Yeah, we can't use, the batteries they don't have anything for them. I don't really want to make a charging station, but I'm going to probably have to because I don't have anything that holds extra energy. Do I? This outports energy into the system so you can put batteries in it. It's kind of antiquated. They don't really use it that much anymore. So what's the charging station use? Hopefully it's not too much. Block of coal, huh? Okay. We're going to put the brass away. All right. Now a charging station is going to need power, obviously. You guys better enjoy your little group area over here. I'm going to block this whole thing off now so that they can't get in and out. And we'll just do an energy export. I even have a battery. I forgot I already had a battery. We'll just add that to the system here in a second. I'll show you how to double it up if you guys don't know how. All right, and then card. And we're just going to go ahead and slap a cable on here. That's an energy import, not export. I need an export. Oof. Gotta be careful not to break the wrong thing. No, export. I need export. Oh, there goes my battery. Never mind. I don't feel like making another battery. All you have to do is combine the two batteries together inside the inside any crafting area, like put two batteries in and they double. Basically 1 million is added each time. And export. And then we got power. And then that's going to take kind of a long time because right now all of our power is coming from cooking beef. And it's going to take a minute. But really, oh, that's actually not that bad. That's pretty quick. What's the other one we're trying to make? The copy paste? Is that the one we can do? Yeah, there we go. Now we have the copy paste gadget as well, which is going to let me build a section of something. Because I want to build a wall, like a barricade, like a, what are those called? When you like build a thing around a base and it's got like spikes on it and stuff. I want to build a chunk of that, or maybe even a tower piece. And I want to copy and paste it throughout, around, and then join it with wall. I think that would look kind of nice. All right, that one's fully charged. Heck yeah. I've got so much beef in the system, it doesn't matter. I should probably make another dynamo. What about the Sterling? Can we make the Sterling on camera now? Might as well go ahead and complete a couple quests while we're at it. Reigns of Infinity used for make a Sterling dynamo. Crazy. Oh, I have put all my brass in the other system. All right, that's gonna take a second. Let's go get some brass. I put all the brass over here. I should have kept a stack in this. And let's go ahead. Oh, there's my brass plate, brass sheets. I already had some. And let's make a couple more of those precision deals. And also, let's claim this area so that I don't get it blown up. What do you know? It fits perfectly inside those. And then we'll chunk load that. What we need? We need large cogs, right? Actually, let's wait. I'll make some more large cogs later. I'll just do that off camera. Got enough brass. Because our coal now is starting to reach a point where I can handle a burner for coal too. We got 1,000 some coal, and it's just going to constantly keep coming. So, might as well go ahead and do that. This used to be copper or electrum or something. I can't remember what it was. All right, that's a quest reward coming. Let's go ahead and leave this brass in here. All right, and this is still charging. It holds a lot. It holds 2 times as much as the building gadget. All right, and so that we should probably add that to the system. I wonder if I got room underneath there. I don't remember. I do, kind of. No, I don't. That's okay. So the reason why I'm going to build everything all in one small spot with the integrated dynamics is there are 2 different things that I want to do. I want to use, and I can now, a mono link, which allows you to go 200 and something, or is it five? Oh, it's 512 blocks. As long as it's parallel and exactly on the same line from it, it will transmit the signal through. So you could place a cable down with a mono and another mono 512 blocks away, as long as they're facing each other exactly evenly, not up and down. They can't be shifted from that XY. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't be off. They can go really far apart, 512 blocks, and then everything on this side is seen by this side. Makes sense? Okay, cool. Man, my frames are dropped big time. And there's not a lot. So that's because I'm actually, if you notice at the top of the screen, you'll see that it's got a percentage. I am actually chunk loading, or not chunk loading, but I am pre-genning over there by that create area. So that way, when I'm over there, it's fast. So my CPU is working overtime right now. All right, let's add the power. I wonder if I can import from the tip of this. Actually, I tell you what, I'll work that out. Today has been a pretty productive video, I think. If I do too much, it's going to get overload. So, thanks for stopping by. If you know, you know. I love you, and I miss you. And if you never need anything, y'all just let me know. Take care. Till next episode. Bye-bye.